Picture two websites answering the exact same question side by side. Page A is beautifully written. It is 2,000 words long, packed with all the right keywords, and ranks perfectly on a traditional search engine. Page B comes from a much smaller company, but it answers the question immediately. It includes a specific statistic, quotes a real expert, compares the available choices, and gives the reader a clear next step. When systems like ChatGPT, Gemini, or Perplexity build an answer, they are increasingly likely to ignore that massive, optimized wall of text on page A and extract their answer straight from page B. A generative engine is not creating a ranked list of websites for you to browse. It is actively assembling an answer from information it can retrieve, verify, and use. Adapting to this requires a shift from search engine optimization to generative engine optimization, or GEO. Writing a broad article simply to rank in a list is no longer enough. Your knowledge has to be packaged into highly specific, verifiable ingredients that the AI system can seamlessly weave into its own synthesized response. To find those ingredients, the AI instantly rejects millions of potential pages through a strict set of filters. First, it has to find the information. This means the content must be publicly accessible and visible as text. A brilliant article trapped inside an image or hidden behind a script will never even enter the selection process. Once retrieved, the page has to precisely match what the user actually asked. Generative systems discard broad, generalized overviews in favor of pages that directly address highly specific, commercially important buyer decisions. Then comes the trust filter. An AI model cannot personally interview your experts or inspect your factory. It relies entirely on the signals of credibility it can see on the page. Notice the difference between these two blocks of text. Trust is established by making the evidence visible. That means naming a human expert, citing original research, and placing specific statistics right next to the claims they support. Passing these three filters proves your page is relevant and factual. But just because the AI trusts your information does not guarantee it is physically capable of lifting it out of your formatting. Generative systems do not read a page linearly from top to bottom like a human. They look to extract isolated, self-contained passages. If a section is going to be extracted cleanly, it needs a question-aligned heading, a direct answer immediately beneath that heading, and clearly labeled comparisons that make sense entirely on their own. Citation is only part of the opportunity. To recommend a product or service, the AI looks for content that helps a user take action, rather than content that passively describes a subject. In this diagram, you can see how passive text breaks down into decision support assets. Generative systems pull from explicit pricing tables, clearly defined selection criteria, step-by-step implementation sequences, and interactive checklists. But there is a glaring vulnerability here. Any competitor with a keyboard can copy your heading structure. They can replicate your FAQs and drop checklists on their page. Optimizing the mechanical structure of your page is required to get cited today, but formatting alone will never build a durable defense against competitors doing the exact same thing. We operate in an economic reality where formatting tricks and generic advice have zero scarcity. The structure of an article is completely commoditized. As we see here, a true competitive advantage requires something scarce. It requires proprietary knowledge, accumulated client experience, internal data, and documented decision rules. A competitor can mimic the container, but they cannot clone 10 years of client experience converted into structured, verifiable evidence. Generative Engine Optimization is a high-stakes knowledge asset strategy. It treats your proprietary data as the foundational bedrock that the AI model must rely on. To execute this, your first step is establishing a canonical identity. Use structured data or a Wikidata entry to ensure the AI recognizes a single, consistent, factual story about your organization across the entire web. Second, build a proof inventory. Mine your past client work to extract unpublished data, track repeated patterns, and document specific before and after findings that exist nowhere else. Generic advice effectively belongs to the AI now, but original evidence derived from genuine, hard-won experience belongs exclusively to you. Stop trying to simply sound like the best answer on a topic. Focus entirely on becoming the verified source the AI absolutely needs to construct its own answer. By systematically feeding your proprietary, structured experience into the AI selection engine, you take an existential technological threat and transform it into an uncopyable digital moat.